2 days ago, I got an email from a subscriber. I just wanted to let you know that I found this weird Gorilla Tag channel with some very interesting videos. Out of curiosity, I clicked on the link and found myself on a channel named 8-Ball. The channel consists of 10 videos, and at first glance, it looks pretty normal. But under the surface, this takes a terrifying turn. And it all starts off in the first video. The first video starts out pretty normal. The player goes out into a public lobby, but something is off. Throughout the entire video, his game keeps freezing. Ignoring this, he climbs up the stump. The video cuts and he's on top of the stump. But as soon as he jumps down to the branch, this is where everything changes. The player somehow ends up in mines, which shouldn't be possible. But a few seconds later, music starts playing. But that's when he sees it. Although nothing weird happens in this first video, I feel like the second half is very strange. The video has no description, so there's no explanation for anything so far. So if we want to figure out who this is, we have to watch the second video. The second video starts out with an image of two gorillas. One looks normal, but the other has no face. Above them are names: Entity 008 and Victim. This won't make any sense right now, but it will later. The player gets on Gorilla Tag. He walks around Stump before going to the computer and typing the code 8-Ball. But for some reason, he seems hesitant about joining the code. But after a bit, he finally presses enter. When he does, loud static plays. Again, something that doesn't happen in the game. He runs to caves, but the static just gets worse. However, as soon as he enters mines, the static stops. And as he's walking around mines, he stops at the part where his game crashed last video. But after looking around the corner, runs out of mines. And as he's leaving caves, at the leaderboard, there is 2 players in the lobby. And if we go back a little bit, you can see in the beginning that there are 2 players in the lobby, which means that someone knows every code this player's about to go into. But suddenly, he starts running up to Stump. And when he gets to Stump, who is this person? Our player leaves the lobby, but the static only gets louder. Then the video cuts. The second half of the video starts out with the same thing from the beginning, just with different people: Entity 13 and Victim. But the strange thing is, these 2 are the exact same players. But when he loads into Gorilla Tag, he walks around Forest a bit. He goes up to the bridge where suddenly he stops. In Treehouse, there's a gorilla. Then the same loud static plays from the other half of the video. But the player ends up running away. He runs to Stump while still getting chased. And the static is just getting worse. And when he gets to the city, the static starts to slow down. And as he turns around, he sees himself. Then his game crashes. Both of these videos definitely have something in common: one entity and one player. And just like last video, there is no description. But when I checked the comments, I found a YouTube link. So I clicked the link and found our next video.
Entity 13, Videotape 2, Victim, Redacted. Plain tape in 3, 2, 1.
The next video starts with a player running around canyons. He goes on the buildings and climbs the ladder, but when he gets to the top, this is where everything goes wrong. He stares at what looks to be a player in canyons, and he jumps down while still looking back. And that's where he sees a clone of himself chasing our player. He runs to Stump, and on the way over, he starts hearing someone's voice, but he keeps running, and as he gets to Stump, his game crashes. Throughout all these videos, every single time the player's game crashes. But if we want to figure out why, we have to move on to the next video. The video starts with the player playing in Stump. He goes on the computer, then jumps off and sees a pink monkey in canyons. Then the video cuts to a strange audio about 8-Ball.
8-Ball description 1. 8-Ball is a very unique player or entity in the virtual reality game Gorilla Tag. Though we do not know what 8-Ball is, we have studied it and also has been recorded in the victim status. 8-Ball is an all-white monkey whose face is not seen in any of the clips. He follows the player around no matter how much the player wants to be left alone.
After this explanation, second, the player is playing in a public lobby when his game starts lagging. Then the video ends. This last episode explained basically everything about 8-Ball, but still left some questions. But all we can do from here is go on to the next video. The next video starts out pretty normal until a white gorilla teleports to the player. But then the screen cuts to a gorilla just standing there with the words 8-Ball, forget, and crazy. For the next minute, static plays in the background that just keeps getting louder and louder until something catches my eye. A YouTube link to another short. So I went to the link just to find that the video had been taken down. But not really anything from then happens until the video ends. This video was very weird. Who was the player at the beginning? And what do these words mean? Well, if we want to figure this out, we just have to continue watching these videos. The video starts with a picture of mine, and it keeps cycling through images, but as it got to the third image, it started to look like the first video, where his game crashed, and when the next image appeared, Morse code plays, and I'm pretty sure it translates to I am lost, but the rest of the images look normal, until the same gorilla can be seen at the end of mines. The screen cuts and we see this is not right, then text saying we know, and a YouTube link. So I went to the link and it was our next video. This next video starts with a strange view of forest, where a player says, then the screen cuts to 8-Ball talking.
I was there, always. You weren't safe, no matter where you are. I am there. You cannot hide, run, or leave. I'm always there. All the ghosts, entities, and hackers in this god-forbidden game have been hiding me from you. Now you have found me.
This video was weird, and basically, 8-Ball was talking about how every ghost sighting, he was there. But to figure out more, we have to go to the next video. The next video starts out with another slideshow, but this time of beach, and nothing seems too out of the ordinary until a video starts playing, and this doesn't happen in the other video. He looks around for a bit, then turns around and sees a red gorilla. Then the video ends. We can see in the video the person has white hands, so this could be 8-Ball, but apart from that, nothing else happens. So all we can do from here is go on to the next video. This video starts out with a player in beach, and it seems like the last video. Then the video cuts to an image of a person named Blurs VR. Then the video cuts again to what seems to be unseen footage from the last video, and right in front of him is another player. He starts following this player until the video cuts to the POV of the other person, and right in front of him is a white gorilla with no face. Then the video ends. These past two videos are basically the same, except if we want to figure out more, we have to move on to the next video. This video starts out with a glitchy static effect in the beginning, before text shows on screen. Hello, stop, get out, please, 4, stop, show them your entity 4. I have, please let me go, I'm tired. And after typing the word more, the text disappears. This is a conversation between 8-Ball and entity 4, someone who we haven't seen yet. And after that conversation, this shows up. 8-Ball, Stalker 8, Stalk the victim, Mimic, Copycat 13, Take the victim's identity, Hair, Run 2, Chase the victim. This is a chart of all the entities so far. Well, that's until this weird image of a distorted player just standing there. No explanation, just the number 4. Then the video ends. This video was very strange. What does this mean at the end of the video? But as I was watching the video, I checked the comments and found a YouTube link. So I clicked on it and found our next video. This next video starts out with loud static playing until I don't know what this says, but all of a sudden static plays while a long white gorilla just stands there. And after all of that, even louder static plays, and all of a sudden the video ends. This entity has a lot of similarities to the other entity from the other video, and if we want to find out more, we just have to move on to the next video. This video starts out with a blank screen until it shows someone outside, and after that, this plays. You can hear beeps followed by someone talking. Then the video cuts to a destroyed stump and everything is normal until you can see a large shadow coming from city. Then it cuts again to a random player, and at the end of the video it says one more. Then the video ends. This video has a lot to it. First of all, what does 4 get better mean? Also, what does one more mean? One more video? One more entity? Well, to figure that out, we just have to watch the final video.
Hello again. This will be the last thing you will see from me. The story was never meant to be complete. It's impossible to finish, of course. I hope the other billiards knew that I knew exactly what they were.
And the rest of the video was just him walking around talking about what 8-Ball was and a few other things. But as the video ends, we can hear
It truly was just a dream.
followed by this. Pocket, thank you for everything. And eventually, the video ends. The video has a description saying the end. And in the video, he says it's impossible to finish this. But for now, the mystery of 8-Ball is left unsolved.